Your kidneys are quietly aging. Early warning signs most people miss. Almost everyone experiences some decline in kidney function as they grow older. That's a normal part of aging. What actually determines your long-term health and lifespan, however, is how fast that decline happens. The problem is that most people don't think about their kidneys at all until something goes seriously wrong. Your kidneys sit quietly in your lower back, small organs that rarely get attention. Yet every single day, they perform one of the most complex and essential tasks in your body. They filter huge volumes of blood, remove waste products, regulate how much water you retain, balance minerals like sodium and potassium, control acid levels, and even release hormones that affect blood pressure and red blood cell production. When your kidneys begin to fail, the effects ripple through your entire system. The tragedy is that early kidney damage is often preventable, or at least slowable, but it's rarely detected early because the first symptoms are subtle. They're easy to ignore. People chalk them up to aging, stress, poor sleep, or being out of shape. By the time kidney disease becomes obvious, a large amount of function may already be lost. I'm Dr. Alex, an emergency medicine physician. Over the years, I've seen countless patients arrive in crisis with kidney failure that could have been delayed or even avoided. When we look back at their medical history, the warning signs were usually there months or years earlier. Fatigue that never improved, swelling they thought was normal, changes in urine they didn't think mattered. These weren't random symptoms. They were quiet signals from kidneys under stress. Today, I want to help you recognize those early messages. We'll walk through 7 common warning signs that can indicate your kidneys are struggling. I'll explain what's happening inside your body, why each sign appears, and when a symptom is worth getting checked. Because the difference between catching kidney disease early and discovering it late can be the difference between simple medical management and a lifetime of dialysis or transplant planning. Your kidneys can't talk, but they do send clues. Let's start with one of the most overlooked ones, what you see in the toilet. 1. Persistent foamy urine, more than just dehydration. Seeing a bit of foam in your urine once in a while is usually harmless, especially if you're dehydrated or urinating forcefully. But when your urine is consistently foamy, thick, and slow to disappear, that's a warning sign that deserves attention. This often indicates protein leaking into your urine, a condition known as proteinuria. Inside each kidney are millions of microscopic filtering units, called nephrons. Each nephron contains a filter made of tiny blood vessels designed to let waste products pass through while keeping important proteins inside your bloodstream. When these filters are damaged by conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, inflammation, or long-term metabolic stress, they begin to leak protein into the urine. These proteins behave like detergent, creating foam. This isn't just a marker of kidney damage. Protein leaking into the urine actually worsens kidney injury by triggering inflammation inside the kidney's delicate tubules. That creates a self-reinforcing cycle of damage. The key distinction is persistence. Occasional foam isn't concerning, but foamy urine that appears most days, especially if it's paired with swelling, fatigue, or changes in urination patterns, should prompt simple testing. A basic urine test can detect protein, and early treatment can significantly slow disease progression. 2. Swollen ankles, a subtle sign of fluid imbalance. Many people notice mild ankle swelling after standing for long periods or during hot weather. That's usually harmless. But swelling that persists, appears without obvious cause, or worsens over time, can be an early sign that your kidneys aren't managing fluid properly. When the kidneys lose protein into the urine, blood protein levels drop. This reduces the pressure that normally keeps fluid inside blood vessels. As a result, fluid leaks into surrounding tissues. Gravity pulls this fluid into the lower legs and feet, which is why swelling often shows up around the ankles first. At the same time, damaged kidneys struggle to eliminate excess sodium. Sodium retention causes your body to hold on to water, further increasing swelling. Concerning swelling often has specific features. It doesn't fully resolve overnight. It leaves an indentation when pressed. It's worse in the morning or persistent throughout the day. If swelling appears along with foamy urine, fatigue, or facial puffiness, kidney involvement becomes much more likely and should be evaluated with blood and urine tests. Fatigue, nighttime urination, and the kidney's hidden roles. Constant fatigue, when tiredness isn't just getting older. Feeling tired now and then is normal, but the kind of exhaustion linked to kidney disease feels different. It's deep, persistent, and doesn't go away with rest. Your kidneys play a role in producing red blood cells by releasing a hormone called erythropoietin, or EPO. This hormone signals your bone marrow to make red blood cells. When kidney tissue becomes damaged, EPO production declines. Fewer red blood cells means less oxygen is delivered to your organs and muscles. The result is chronic fatigue, weakness, shortness of breath with minimal effort, and difficulty concentrating. This type of anemia develops slowly. People often adapt to feeling worse over time, assuming it's stress, poor sleep, or age. That gradual progression is what makes it dangerous. By the time fatigue becomes severe enough to investigate, kidney damage may already be advanced. A simple blood test can reveal anemia, and additional testing can determine whether it's related to kidney function rather than iron deficiency or blood loss. Treatments exist, but slowing kidney decline is the real goal. 4. Frequent nighttime urination, losing the ability to concentrate urine. Waking up once per night to urinate becomes more common with age, but waking multiple times every night, especially if the volume of urine is large, can be an early signal that your kidneys are losing their ability to concentrate urine properly. Healthy kidneys respond to nighttime hormonal signals that reduce urine production while you sleep. This allows uninterrupted rest. Damaged kidneys lose this fine-tuned control. The tubules don't respond efficiently to antidiuretic hormone, so they continue producing dilute urine around the clock. This leads to repeated nighttime bathroom trips and fragmented sleep. Over time, poor sleep worsens fatigue and cardiovascular risk, compounding the effects of kidney dysfunction. Patterns that should raise concern include needing to urinate 3 or more times per night, producing large amounts of urine overnight, a relatively recent change in nighttime urination habits. Blood tests and urine analysis can help determine whether kidney impairment is contributing to this change. 5. Puffy eyes in the morning, a clue. Hidden in your reflection facial puffiness, especially around the eyes upon waking, is another subtle indicator that your kidneys may be struggling. The skin around your eyes is thin and easily shows fluid shifts. When protein levels in the blood fall due to kidney leakage, fluid escapes into surrounding tissues more easily. While you sleep lying flat, this fluid redistributes and often collects around the eyes. The result is morning puffiness that may improve as you stand and move throughout the day. Occasional eye puffiness can be caused by allergies, poor sleep, or dehydration. But when it's frequent, symmetrical, and paired with swelling elsewhere in the body or changes in urine, kidney involvement becomes a real possibility. Persistent periorbital swelling combined with risk factors like diabetes or high blood pressure should prompt kidney function testing. Muscle cramps, itching, and why early action matters. 6. Muscle cramps, when electrolytes fall out of balance. Frequent or severe muscle cramps can feel like a simple hydration problem or overuse. But in the context of kidney dysfunction, Cramps often signal deeper imbalances in the minerals that control nerve and muscle activity. Your kidneys tightly regulate electrolytes, such as sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and phosphate. These minerals govern how muscles contract and relax. When kidney function declines, this regulation weakens. Even small shifts in these electrolyte levels can disrupt the electrical signals that coordinate muscle movement. Low calcium increases muscle excitability. Low magnesium interferes with muscle relaxation. Abnormal potassium levels alter nerve conduction and muscle firing patterns. This is why cramps linked to kidney disease often occur at rest, especially at night, and may be more intense than typical exercise-related cramps. Some people also experience tingling, weakness, or irregular heart rhythms alongside cramping. Blood tests that measure electrolyte levels and kidney markers can quickly clarify whether this is a kidney-related issue. Correcting imbalances may involve dietary adjustments, supplements, or medical treatment, depending on the underlying problem. 7. Persistent itching. A symptom many don't associate with kidneys. Chronic itching that appears without an obvious rash or allergy can be a surprisingly important sign of declining kidney function. As the kidneys lose their filtering ability, waste products that should be eliminated accumulate in the bloodstream. Some of these compounds deposit in the skin and trigger inflammatory pathways that cause persistent itching. Kidney disease also disrupts calcium, phosphate, and parathyroid hormone balance, which further contributes to skin irritation. At the same time, fluid regulation problems can lead to dry, fragile skin that's more prone to itching. This type of itch often is widespread rather than localized, persists, despite moisturizers or antihistamines. Worsens at night, interferes with sleep. As kidney disease progresses, this symptom may intensify and become resistant to typical treatments until kidney function improves through targeted medical therapy. Putting the pieces together, reading your body's signals. Each of these warning signs reflects a different role your kidneys play in maintaining balance. Foamy urine suggests damaged filters, leaking protein, swelling in the ankles, and puffiness around the eyes point to fluid mismanagement. Persistent fatigue signals anemia from reduced hormone production. Frequent nighttime urination reflects loss of urine concentrating ability. Muscle cramps reveal electrolyte disturbances. Itching shows waste accumulation and metabolic disruption. None of these symptoms alone proves kidney disease, but patterns matter. When several appear together, especially in people with diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, or a family history of kidney problems, the likelihood rises sharply. The most important takeaway is timing. Kidney disease progresses silently. By the time severe symptoms appear, much of the damage is often irreversible. Early testing, simple blood work, and urine analysis can identify problems while meaningful intervention is still possible. Lifestyle changes, blood pressure control, blood sugar management, and early medical treatment can dramatically slow kidney decline and preserve function for years. Your body constantly communicates its internal state. The kidneys may be quiet organs, but the signals of stress are there if you know how to interpret them. Paying attention early can be the difference between protecting your long-term health and facing limited options later.